Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to Soggy Pizza episode 10. It's our podcast. I'm Alan.
I'm Sean.
And today we're going to talk about some of the weird things we've seen over a lifetime. My lifetime's longer than Sean's.
Yeah, bit. Little bit. I sure hope it is.
Yeah, no kidding, eh? But Sean's seen some things too. So I'm going to start off. A couple things I've seen over my life, especially owning a restaurant. We've seen quite a few odd things. So a couple of them. So one day I'm driving to work to Sam's on 4th Street at the time, back in the late 80s, early 90s. It's about probably 8, 9 o'clock in the morning in that ballpark. Driving along and I see, it's in the summertime, and I see this guy. He's standing on the corner in his underwear. I'm thinking, oh, that's a little odd. And he's standing there for quite a while. I drive to the restaurant and I look out and he's still standing there. Well, as it turns out, Holy Cross used to have a ward where people who needed help were there, and he just happened to be one of them, and he walked out. And he's just standing there on the corner.
Just sitting there?
Just standing there in his underwear. Just hanging out, relaxing.
Nice.
How about you, Sean? What have you, anything?
I guess I don't see much weird stuff on my own, I guess. One weird thing, there is actually when all the panic buyers decided to start going out everywhere, I went to Sobeys, and there was this dude with like 20 jugs of milk in his cart. That's nuts. Like, what would you need 20 jugs of milk for? And do you even know what an expiration date is? Or do you want a bunch of yogurt?
Good point. Another one I saw when we had our restaurant down on 4th Street. It's Sunday. Sunday was a busy day. We had our brunch going on, and we opened up at 10 o'clock in the morning. And this guy comes up, and he's riding a bicycle and wearing a life jacket. I didn't really think much of it. I thought maybe he's going to the reservoir, he's going sailing or anything, something like that. So he comes in and he sits, and he's still wearing his life jacket, and he sits there and he's asked for coffee, and he's having coffee. And he sits there probably a good couple hours. And by the end of that couple hours, he has everything that he owns on the table, like anything out of his pockets, every single thing out of his pockets. And we said, hey, it's time for you to go. He says, do you have, the coffees, whatever the case may be? He had no money on top of it. And he wore his life jacket through the whole time he was there.
Life jacket wear.
He was just wearing a life jacket. Sean, tell them about that one that I couldn't.
Oh yeah. If you want to really gag, then listen to this. If you don't feel like gagging, don't listen to this. From what I've heard, there was this dude. Where was it exactly?
Sam's in Kensington.
It was in the restaurant in
the
Kensington.
Bar, actually.
The bar?
It's in the bar, yeah.
Oh, gosh.
Sitting at the bar.
So was it just a dude?
Yeah, just a guy. It's a regular. Comes in all the time.
It's just a regular dude, apparently. He felt the need to floss, of course. That's normal. Everybody flosses, I hope. But not everybody flosses with their hair.
Ugh.
So this guy felt like it was a good idea to floss with his own hair.
Yeah. It makes me gag, and he did it all the time too. It's like, oh my god, that just makes me sick. It grosses me out.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, no
That's
kidding.
Awful.
Yeah, no kidding. Hey, that's just gross. Another time, I was we were sitting down at the Rose and Crown on 4th Street, and we just happened to be near the patio, looking out the window, and I see this guy. Probably about 8 o'clock at night. I see this guy running on the sidewalk, just running along, and this girl was turning off to turn onto the side street. Yeah. Nailed him. And I'm watching this. The guy flipped. He got hit on the passenger side corner of the front, flipped over the hood, landed on the other side of the car, got up, and continued running. It's like, it just, yeah, he kept on going.
You got hit by a car and you keep going.
Kept on going.
That's smart. Could have at least done something about it.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, well, she did get out, but he kept on going.
Well, he didn't want to pay for the damages.
No,
not that you would have to anyways.
No, he kept on going.
Wow.
Anything? What about you? Anything?
Really, really slow drivers. Like one time in downtown when we were bringing a bunch of stuff to a cafe, I don't remember exactly what it was for, but we were bringing a bunch of stuff to a cafe. And there is this crappy driver. He was going like 10, possibly 15 under the speed limit, which was already like 50 or something. So he was going super slow. He was swerving everywhere, braked at random spots. And then all of a sudden, once there was a green, not even a green actually, it was like a red light, just turned red after a couple seconds of yellow. He decided to speed up and zoom through that light and just zoom down the road until he turned the corner and we lost him. Because we actually follow the laws and stop at a red light. But this dude was the crappiest driver I've ever seen.
Yeah, I remember that. We're going to the River Cafe. I remember that.
Yeah, that's what it's called.
And also, I remember one time on 4th Street, this lady, just watching her, she got in the middle of the road. This is on 4th Street now. This is like 5, 6 o'clock in the afternoon. She got on 4th Street on the road and laid down the middle of the road. Just laid there. And she was just screaming at everybody. Just screaming. She laid down there and she was screaming at everybody. Not sure. Again, it's coming from the hospital when it was still open. And yeah, it was just crazy. Or another time I was at the Flames game. Everyone saw this. I was at the Flames game when a guy I'm watching, all of a sudden I see the guy, I'm watching this whole thing happen. He jumped over the glass onto the ice. He was naked. He had nothing on except a red sock.
A single
that was
sock.
It. But the problem is he got over the glass, fell down and banged his head. So he got taken off in a stretcher. And he wasn't wearing anything. That was seen all over the world, actually. Remember that one?
I didn't see that one exactly.
That was quite a while ago.
Yeah.
Or another time I'm watching her. This lady, she's not paying attention whatsoever. Walked right into a lamppost. Right into it. I'm watching her. It's like she didn't knock herself out, but she kind of started to move back because she did hit it pretty good.
Yeah, my friends did that. When I was younger, I was in a daycare with my friends, and we always like walked together because we had to stay in a group to get to school and whatnot. It was like a before and after school care place. And some of my friends, we looked at each other like face to face when we were talking and walking. No specific reason, but I guess because the road was pretty clear, or the sidewalk was pretty clear. But there's like a really awkward sign in the middle of the sidewalk for no good reason. Is like, it should be off to the side, but it's on the sidewalk. Really crappy placement. And my friend, because we weren't looking forward, he walked into a lamppost. So he walked into that specific post, and he was carrying a bunch of muffins because it was his birthday. And back then, we always like brought a bunch of snacks for the class to share. So he walked into a post and dropped all of his cupcakes. It sucked.
Oh, that's not fun.
Yeah, that sucks.
And I was on Sean. I remember this was a few years back, not that long ago. This lady, she's going down Glenmore Trail, heading west, and she was on her phone. I'm watching her. She's on her phone, texting, and that's exactly what she was doing. And she missed the turn to go onto Crowchild Trail North. And I'm watching her. She went all the way across the lanes because she was like right there. She knew she was going to miss it. She turned all the way across the lanes and nailed this guy in his car. And like, she was so surprised. Like, you could see the look of her. She was so surprised that she hit somebody. She wasn't even paying attention. She was on the phone and nailed the guy's car. And there was a lot of damage to. She was driving a Mercedes. He was driving an older car. But it was like, pay attention, lady. See, that's why you don't text and drive. Perfect example why you shouldn't do that.
Yeah, don't text and drive.
No.
Or
another time I was telling Sean, I was watching this. This is actually, I must have been about 9, 10 years old. We were in Grand Forks and was with my dad. We were sitting by the pool, indoor pool. There was a fashion show going on. And this old man, he was watching the fashion show as well. There was two pools, divided by a walkway, an indoor pool, hot tub on one side and the pool on the other side. And he was looking at this fashion show going on, and we're watching him. All of a sudden he's walking, 1 foot missed the path right in the water. Felt bad. Like the guy's probably like 80 years old. Okay. He was okay. He got up, but the things we see, it's like, it's funny what goes on.
Yeah.
It's
something you'd see on AFB.
That's right. You got to pay attention to what's going on out there. But you see the funny things. You live long enough, you're going to see lots of funny things. You know.
Yeah.
As long as, at the end of the day, no one got hurt, but they were interesting things to see. There's no question about it.
Yeah. Weird
stuff.
stuff.
Yeah, as you get older, you'll see more things in your life.
Yeah, I don't see much right now.
No,
those are crazy things.
Those are just some of the few things I've seen. I've seen lots of weird things in my life, but those are pretty good ones. Well, that's it for our Soggy Pizza podcast. We thought we'd try something different, not talk about the pandemic that's going on. But hey, if you have anything, stories that you've seen or you want to tell us, let us know. Give a call. We're always on Facebook. Yeah, let us know what's going on. I'm Alan.
I'm Sean.
Goodbye for now.
Goodbye.